imagine yourself at the International Space Station or on the moon or Mars or whatever, and you see kind of the Earth in its, pure, I wouldn't say purest, but most self, it's spherical
Mm,
form and the blackness of space, and it's thin atmosphere, and it's been kind of named or coined the term the overview effect. When astronauts go up into space, they have this completely change of consciousness. So what would you do, say? Is there anything that you would kind of want to pass on any knowledge about, or is it really just kind of, sitting there and taking it in? I mean, what comes to mind when you kind of think about going through this overview effect kind of thought experiment?
hmm. Yeah, so I'm imagining being up there. I'm looking down, seeing seeing the earth. Hmm. Feeling this sense of like home.
Okay.
Um,
Whose home? Your home?
yeah. Yeah, well, our home.
Our home. I like that.
for
Okay.
for our home, for the largest we that there could possibly be, like it's sort of, you know um and eh, like, humanity. I think that is part of the thing with the overview effect, is like humanity doesn't experience itself generally as very united.
Mhm.
um like and if we could, that would make a difference. And that's what I'm working on in part, is like how can we see ourselves uh as part of a larger whole that we all care about, and how can we create better instantiations of that larger whole um that will care for us better, because there's kind of an
Mm,
interplay between that. It's like
sure.
all of the cells in your body are sort of participating in making you work, and then you're sort of the one that feeds them in a sense, right? um and
Yep.
but also, like, while there is a fractal similarity there, we are very different than cells. Like,
Yeah.
cells have homeostasis, but it's sort of, in some sense, it's not there. Like, right now I can like scrape off some skin cells uh from my skin, and like they die, but maybe some of them are already dead. Even, sort of, they sort of, their life cycle is very different and sits on a different level. And a human life cycle also sits on a very different level from humanity. But there's a way in which I think, I don't know, this is one of the discussions I've been having with my friend Michael. It's like, is there a sense in which we should be really seeing ourselves as also precious, like orienting
Mm.
to them as precious, which is not to say that we don't, go rock climbing and scrape off a bunch of them, but like feeling like, oh, that's life, that's part of me that's dying. Oh, not that I shouldn't have done it, but like
But more
sort of
interconnectedness.
honoring it. Yeah. And
Yes.
sort of feeling that all the way down, so we can sort of also experience all the way up, because we want the larger wholes that we're part of to honor us and experience our preciousness that we experience in first person.
Well said.
So yeah.
Yeah.
um
I mean, I
that's
like
kind of
that
what.
you actually like went through the whole process. I think you're the first person to actually kind of like close your eyes and think about it. But that's
Kind of
that.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think that's the most popular activity in the free time of the International Space Station, is like astronauts going to the cupola and like just sitting and watching. I think they call it like Earth viewing or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I imagine the other thing that I would end up doing, when I thought of this, I was then thinking of Chris Hadfield. But
oh, okay. Yeah.
uh, I think the other thing I'd end up doing is I would probably write a song or two.
Mm.
And he recorded a song with the Bare Naked Ladies, that he and they
Oh,
wrote, I guess.
okay.
And like he's playing it in space, like
Oh, that's sick.